ahead and go up to this drawer that is blinking with the red light. Is going to allow you to insert that key card, and once you do that, you'll be able to pull out that die remote control. Now, this remote control is actually going to allow you to activate a die that is stuck inside of Nocturne Totem inside of this door, and it's basically going to act as a mini trap, and you have to get a certain number of kills in here. So to do this as best as possible, again, try to get power on as early around as possible, build pack a bunch as early as possible, kill that thing as early as possible, train up a bunch of zombies, turn on this trap, and as you can see, it will start sucking up those zombies into that die shockwave gun. Now, once it has actually absorbed enough souls, keep in mind this is kind of dangerous. It won't absorb every single soul that walks by, but whenever it does actually absorb enough, make sure you go over and you're going to be able to remote control it again to discharge it. And it's going to blow that door straight off of there, and there's going to be a skeleton in there holding the die shockwave, the base rarity of this gun, just the straight up wonder weapon that you can also get out of the box, but this is how you get it for free. So now that you have it for free, you can go ahead and start upgrading it. After getting your free die shockwave, you need to get started on 2 of the 4 wonder weapon upgrade quests, because they are required for a later step in the Easter egg, and you can do them immediately. The other 2 you're going to have to wait a little bit for, but we will do that when the time comes. So the first one is very, very easy. First step to upgrade the first one is to just shoot the wooden box off the top of Nocturne Totem. It will fall down and reveal a empty flask. Now, you need to get one of the boss zombies to shoot you and hit this mushroom on the tree. So just stand right next to this mushroom on the tree. If done correctly, the zombie will shoot it. You will hear a character quote in your radio talking about how there's a weird interaction or a weird chemical compound that is being formed there. And if you've done that correctly, you can place the vial that you just picked up underneath, and it will start collecting the stuff dripping off of this chemical reaction to the glowing purple mushroom. And after a little bit of time, I just killed my zombie. I didn't have to, in the round, I didn't have to do anything like that. I just killed the boss zombie, picked up the key card from him, and you can run over and pick up that full flask, and that is the entire upgrade complete for the first one. Head down to the med bay, melt the chains off of this little box, and you will have your first of 4 upgrades. The first of 4 that you will need for a later step of the Easter egg, and it can be done right away and really, really help you out with a lot of the steps, so I recommend doing it first. Now that you have your first upgrade, you can go ahead and work on the second one. Again, this doesn't have to be in this exact order. You can do this upgrade first if you would like to, but go ahead. Get the base version of the die shockwave again, and go over and use the suction technique to pull this vial, this empty canister, off of the wall, and you're going to go ahead and take it down to where Deadshot Daiquiri is, and you're going to place it into this little corner. When you place it in that corner, it is now ready to absorb the gas, so you need to have a plague hound jump at you, and then when it's in that corner, you need to go ahead and kill it, and this canister will absorb all of the gas from this plague hound, and you can go ahead and pick it up off the wall and take it over to the spawn area, and it will allow you to get your second wonder weapon upgrade. Again, a very, very easy one. You just need to have that plague hound spawn, put it right there, and then you can just shoot it with any weapon. It will explode and melt all of the vines off of there, and you will be able to grab your second wonder weapon upgrade. Super, super easy, and let's get on to the first step of the actual Easter egg now. So for the first step, you need to go ahead and enter into the Dark Ether, and whenever you enter into the Dark Ether after building Pack-a-Punch, in one of the 3 following locations, there will be a part that spawns. These parts spawn one at a time, one after another, and you might have to go back into the Dark Ether multiple times by killing more zombies and progressing more rounds to get another portal to spawn. But this is the second spawn location right here. The first one is by the crash site. The second one is right here next to power. You're going to go ahead and pick that one up, or if it didn't spawn there, it will be all the way over in spawn right here glowing. They're super, super easy to see, but again, these parts will only spawn one at a time, and after picking it up, you might run out of time in the Dark Ether, or it might directly send you out. So just keep on looking for them until you get all 3, and once you get all 3, you're going to go back to the normal mode, and you're going to build on this buildable table the Ether Scope, and this is going to allow you to progress to the second step of the Easter egg, which we are going to get into right now. So for step number 2, you need to kill some more zombies, progress the rounds until you get another Dark Ether portal, enter into the Dark Ether, and then go to the computer and collect the diary on the second floor right above Speed Cola. When you collect this diary, you're going to go directly underneath, and the Ether Scope is going to allow you to summon this ghost. You're going to give him his diary, so you need to hold square once to summon him, hold square a second time to give him his diary, and he will start talking. It'll be like a little mini cutscene. You'll still have to survive. You don't have to stand next to him or anything like that, and once he finishes talking, he will disappear. Now, at this point, you need to go back into the Dark Ether again, or if you have enough time, you can do 2 in one go. It just kind of depends. You basically just need to keep going back into the Dark Ether, and then go to the second spectral location, which is right here in the trial room. So go ahead and same exact thing, summon him with the first click, give him his diary with the second click, and he will go through another speech. Now, at this point, you need to go back into the Dark Ether again once his speech is completed, and you will go ahead and head down to right where you actually built the Ether Scope, and there will be another spot for him to actually be summoned, and then you need to do the same exact thing. Give him his diary. It will be kind of like a little finicky thing that you have to find the spot where you can actually give it to him, but you can give him his diary. He will go through a third and final speech, and then you will now have the computer password, because basically for each one of these speeches, he is writing one letter onto the diary. So head over to the computer. You will now have the password, and you will enter it into the computer, and you'll get a bunch of character quotes, everything like that, telling you that the password's received, and you're ready to go on to the next step. After you enter in the password on the computer, it makes the other two upgrades available for the Wonder Weapon, which you need to do immediately. The first of which will spawn a specialty portal. This is the only portal that this will work in. Underneath the Pack-a-Punch area, this portal only spawns here for the Wonder Weapon upgrade. If you enter through a normal Dark Ether portal, it will not work. You need to enter in through the correct portal bunch. So enter through that portal, and if you have entered through the correct portal, you will see this glowing crystal that you can actually suck up and get a supercharged die shot. So once you do that, head right next to where you actually just entered through that portal, and you're going to shoot this little case on the side, and one of the three lights will actually light up. Once you do that, you can go ahead and head back out onto the surface, head to the top of Nocturne Tone, and sure enough, you can supercharge your die just like that. So go ahead and shoot that box once again. That is 2 out of the 3 lights on, and at this point, I actually ran out of time. It teleported me back into the normal world, and again, just get more kills, go through rounds, and eventually that portal will spawn back in. Usually, it's not very long at all. So very next round, I went back in, I sucked up that one little crystal on the side, and this is my third supercharged shot. You don't have to do this all in one go. You don't have to do it in one portal entry, but obviously you can if you are fast enough. So suck it up, shoot it at that box. If you shoot all 3 of them into there, you will get the die Electro Bolt, which will be the electric upgrade for the die. A super cool one, and one that is very powerful. But without further ado, let's go ahead and move on to the next upgrade. For the 4th and final upgrade, you need to take each one of the fast travel systems in the Dark Ether once. There's one underneath right next to this fuse box that I'm shooting, which is the thing you need to do after you take all 3 of these fast travel systems. There is one in Nocturne Tone that leads to the Wonder Weapon room, and there's one in that pond area if I had kept running past the portal. But once you get that portal to spawn in right there, once you have taken all 3 fast travel systems, that portal will spawn in that exact spot. And once that portal spawns in, you need to go ahead and grab the fuse from that spot. You'll be able to grab the fuse early if you'd like to, but this will only spawn if you get the portal from the pond area. And again, to do that, go through each one of the fast travel systems once. This will spawn in if you have done that and if you have entered through the correct portal. It's kind of hard to do because you have to kind of time it properly, but once that portal spawns there, you know you are good to go and that you can go in, put the laser cutter in there, insert the fuse, and you'll be able to get the fire upgrade. And once you have the fire upgrade, you're on to the next step. The computer will say that it now needs more power, and you need to have all 4 Wonder Weapons built at this point. You can have one player do this if you're doing solo, or you can have each player holding one of the Wonder Weapons. But each one of these 4 things reacts to one of the Wonder Weapons and will actually move and flip up and go into a different position after being shot with the Wonder Weapon. So once again, get all 4 Wonder Weapons, shoot the correct dial, it will move up to the top, and once you do this, it will be ready for the next step in the Easter egg. So as you can see, after the 4th one goes, I get a character quote, and then we are moving on to going back into the Dark Ether once again. So find that Ether portal, kill the zombies to open it back up if it's not there, and head back into the Ether. And then at the top floor, right next to where you shot this thing, there will be another little cutscene that you can watch here, and it will tell the story of 2 soldiers and how they stole this item. Now, your job is to get this item back, and I'll show you guys how to do that right now. So after you finish these characters' cutscene, you will actually be exited out from the Dark Ether automatically, and there will be a Dark Ether wrench sitting where they were just speaking. So go ahead and pick up that Dark Ether wrench, and you're going to head over to the spawn where there's going to be an option to bang on the tank in the spawn. So you're going to go ahead and do that multiple times until a zombie pops out of the little hatch. Now, once the zombie pops out of the hatch, you can kill him with whatever weapon you want to. It doesn't matter what weapon. And then after that, you need to go over to the crafting table and craft a Simtex. And you need to stick this Simtex to the very top of the tank lid, just as you see me do, and the tank, if done correctly, will fire a bullet at the tree in which this little item that they stole has been hiding in. Run over to where this tank shot this item out of the tree, pick up the item, and a ton of dogs will spawn in, so be careful during this part because you're kind of defenseless when you're actually carrying this thing. But you're going to carry it back down to where you actually picked up the Dark Ether wrench right above Speed Cola, and you're going to insert it into this machine, and it will actually tell you that it is now awaiting a subject. You will get some quotes about it needing a subject to actually be processed and worked, and this is where you need to wait for one of the radioactive boss zombies to spawn in. So after a round or two, the boss zombie will spawn. It took about 2 rounds in our game for him to spawn. It's just kind of on a cycle when he spawns and when he does it. But whenever he does, you need to lead him over to this room, and you need to go ahead and kill his first form so he splits into the 2 halves. You can do this anywhere on the map, but we found it was much, much easier if we just split both of his halves directly over where he actually needs to be. So once his halves actually walk underneath this, they will be automatically sucked up into this machine, and then every single player...
Mr. Portals here. This is your no-nonsense guide to do the D-Machine Easter egg. To begin with, I want to let you know that the Ether Shroud field upgrade is really useful in my opinion for the end, sort of boss fighty part of the Easter egg, but you don't need it, it's not essential, it's just useful, so you can use that if you want. During the Easter egg, we're going to be doing the free Wonder Weapon Easter egg because we need that, and we're also going to need to do the elemental upgrade quest for it for all 4 elements, so keep that in the back of your mind while you're going through your game. I'll be showing you how to do that in this video, don't you worry, but just keep in mind that if you want to optimize this, you're going to want to start those nice and early on and get your keycard ASAP from that first megaton. But like I said, I'll explain that in a second. First things first, turn on the power and activate the Pack-a-Punch machine. When you've finished forging Pack-a-Punch, you need to return to the Dark Ether via the anomalies that will have spawned into the map. These anomalies are going to be used throughout the Easter egg, and if you use one and then you go to Dark Ether and you come back again and you need it to respawn, you just need to get a bunch of kills. Sometimes you go to next round, sometimes it just takes some time, but either way you basically need to progress in your game a bit and the portal will spawn back in. A quick note about these portals as well. If your portal that you need at a given time is not spawning in, there's a chance you need to use a different portal and then it will cause this one to spawn it in next. Or if you're on a certain step that requires a certain portal to spawn, it might not spawn in other portals. So bear that in mind as you go through the Easter egg and read the description of this video for more information about how the portals work. So travel back to the Dark Ether via one of those anomalies and now look for the 3 parts I'm about to show you for the Ether Scope. These will be pick-upable in a certain order. You need to run to each location and check it, and if it's not there, you just need to run to another location because it will have spawned in there first. It's basically in a sequence. So the first I'm going to show you in my game, but it might be the second or third that you need to pick up in your game, is going to be on this plane wing just here. The second that I'm going to be showing you is in the spawn area of the map underneath the concrete stairs outside Nocturne Toten. And the third one is down in the particle accelerator room, also known as the Pack-a-Punch room, on the stairs or kind of on the metal bit just here. Pick those up and then craft the Ether Scope at the buildables bench in the particle accelerator room. By this point, you've probably been kicked back out into the normal world. That's a good thing because you're going to need to return to the Dark Ether again now, this time via a specific portal. There should be a newly spawned portal in the Speed Cola room, also known as the Med Bay. Take that portal back to the Dark Ether, and when you're in there, and by the way, I hope you've picked up your Ether Scope already from the table where you crafted it before, head into the little viewing deck, viewing room on the side of the Speed Cola Med Bay area, and you should see a diary on a table outlined in yellow that you can pick up. Grab it and then run back down to the center of the room, and as you do so, you might start hearing anomaly detected. This is a sign that there is a ghost present nearby, but you need to find where he is, and so you're going to run around the room and look. Mine is just here, as you can see, and when I get near it, it's going to give me the chance to spawn the ghost in because there'll be a blue ball that appears. Hold square on the blue ball, the ghost will appear. You're going to give that ghost the diary, okay? This is one of 3 ghosts. We're going to do this 2 more times. The next ghost I recommend you do is in the trials room, so run over and, like I said before, listen for the anomaly detected sound, look for the blue ball that will allow you to spawn the ghost in, spawn in the ghost, and then give him the diary for the second time. The third and final ghost is on the Ether Scope workbench. He should be right in front of it in the particle accelerator room, or sort of thereabouts at least, so listen for the sound, spawn in when you find the blue ball, and then give the ghost the diary. You should be able to do this all in one Ether teleport, but if you don't, you're going to need to go back through the Speed Cola portal like you did originally in order to do this. With the 3 ghosts getting their diaries, you can go back to the normal world and go back to the Med Bay viewing room that I mentioned previously, where you picked up the diary, and in there, you should be able to interact with the computer and input a password, which is actually written on the desk just to your right. The big chamber in front of you should start glowing blue, and this is a sign that you're ready for the part of this Easter egg that requires you to have the Wonder Weapon and to have finished all its elemental upgrades, so I'm going to explain how to do all of those now. If you know how to do those already, you can skip forward to the timestamp on screen or linked in the description down below and move on with the steps. We'll start off with the free Wonder Weapon Easter egg because that's the most likely way that you're going to be able to get the Wonder Weapon in your game at this early a round. The first step to getting the free Wonder Weapon is to wait for a Megaton to spawn in, kill him, and then kill his 2 halves. When you kill the second half and there's no Megaton left, you should find a keycard has been dropped, and this isn't just an Intel keycard, it's labeled keycard. Pick up the keycard and bring it to the weapons lab. This is the room with the nuke in it, and enter it into this computer here. You'll be given back the die device, which you need to bring upstairs upstairs into the original Nachtrandtoten spawn room. This step does require you to bring a horde of zombies in as well, so get a group with you when you're ready to do the step. You simply need to run over to the crack in the wall that I'm showing you here, hold square on it, and it will initiate a kind of temporary trap on the metal door just next to you. In the time it's active, you need to run your horde in front of that trap, and as you go back and forth, it will continue to kill zombies. You'll find that the trap turns off after about 25-30 seconds, and you'll be able to go back over to the crack in the wall and hold square to discharge and blow the door off that room if you've done this successfully. You'll then find your free wonder weapon inside. See, I told you that was really easy. There is a chance, though, that you don't have enough zombies, for example, to do this, and as such, you fail it, and you're not able to blow the door off. If that happens, don't worry, just wait for it to cool down, and you'll be able to do it again in a couple of minutes' time, or the next round, or something like that, when you've got more zombies to kill. Simply hold square on that crack in the wall once again, and give it another go. Now that that little Easter egg is done, we can start on the actual elemental upgrades themselves. Let's begin. First of all, the electric upgrade. With your newly acquired base level wonder weapon, you need to return to the Dark Ether, and to do this we're going to be using, and I recommend here, the portal in the particle accelerator room. Once you've held square on that portal and teleported back to the Dark Ether, run upstairs into the outside area. We're going to be looking for 3 yellow crystals, and we're going to need to suck those crystals with the wonder weapon, and as such, if it's got full ammo, you're going to need to fire the wonder weapon once just so you have the ability to suck. Your 3 crystal spawns are as follows. 1 crystal is on the roof of Nacht, just here on the side, as you can see. Another crystal is going to be found in the kind of pond area where the quick revive machine is, and it's just here, as you can see. And the 3rd crystal is going to be the one that I'm showing you in the gameplay here. Now, with the wonder weapon, you're going to hold down your left trigger and suck one of the crystals, and you should find that you absorb its yellow essence, and it kind of glows on the end of your gun. Do not shoot your gun now. Instead, run all the way back to the particle accelerator room. If, while you're doing this, you return to the normal world instead of the Dark Ether, that's not a problem, don't worry. You'll still have the yellow glow on your gun as long as you don't shoot it. Run over to the box that I'm showing you just here, and shoot it with that yellow energy. You've then simply got to do this for both of the other crystals. So return to the Dark Ether via the portal in the particle accelerator room. Once it's come back, of course, it's not going to be there straight away. You'll have another portal in the pond area.
That's bullshit.
Use that and then wait for your portal in the particle accelerator to come back. But once it's back, use that particle accelerator portal, go to your next chosen crystal, get the yellow energy sucked up, and then run back to the box and blast it. When you've done this with your 3rd and final crystal, the box will open and you'll be able to activate your Electro Bolt ammo type for your wonder weapon. Second on our list is the gas upgrade. Go to the top floor of Nacht, the roof, and you should see a yellow canister just out of reach. You're going to use the suck feature of the wonder weapon, so if you've got full ammo in it, then you need to shoot a shot so that you're able to suck with your left trigger, and then simply do as I'm doing here, stand where I'm standing, aim at the yellow canister and suck it, and it should fly right over to you, and you'll be able to pick it up. Make sure you don't get confused and grab intel here, by the way. You want to make sure you're grabbing the canister. We're going to bring that canister to where Deadshot Daiquiri is on the map, so follow me as I'm going in the gameplay here, and you should see on the wall just ahead of you, there is a spot where you can place the canister down. You then need to fill it up with the gas from dead plague hounds, so easiest way to do this is just to wait for a plague hound round and then bring a plague hound down there and kill it right in front of the canister, right there. And if you do that once or twice, you should find that the gas gets sucked up and the canister is filled. Pick the canister back up and run over to this box that I'm showing you in the crash site area of the map. It's got vines all over it. You're going to place the canister on top of that box and then shoot the canister. It should explode and get rid of the vines, and you'll then be able to open the box up, and inside you'll find your upgrade for the Nova 5 variant of ammo for your wonder weapon. 3rd on our list is the fire upgrade, or laser upgrade. Go to the crash site on the map and look inside the cockpit of the plane. You should see a metal box, and you're going to want to shoot that with a bullet-based gun typically, and you should see the top of it flip open. You then need to go to the Dark Ether. Specifically, we need to use the Dark Ether portal near Quick Revive. Go to the Dark Ether and run over to that fuse box that we just shot. You'll find that now the cockpit of the plane is actually flying in the air, and the box is exposed, ready for you to pick up a fuse from inside it. The next step's going to require us to head back to the Dark Ether again, so a bit later in your game when your portal's back, you can go right through it, and you're going to need to head over to the Deadshot Daiquiri machine this time. As you can see in the gameplay here, near Deadshot Daiquiri there is a box which you can use your fuse on, so go over to it and hold square. Your last thing to do now then is to run over to that same box that we just basically lasered with that fuse, which is now going to be in a different place on the bed of a truck in front of the pond area, swamp area where Quick Revive is. Mantle or jump onto the truck bed, hold square on the box, and you'll unlock your new ultimate ammo type for your wonder weapon. Fourth and final one on our list today is the ice upgrade. With your base unupgraded wonder weapon, head to the top of Nacht and shoot the wooden box that I am shooting here. The box will break and drop a flask which will be on the floor below where the box was, so you can run over there and just hold square to pick that up. We're then going to need a megaton zombie to spawn in, also known as the Chungus. You may need to go a round or two, you may even need to go several rounds, but you're going to want to wait until a Chungus has spawned in, and when there is a Chungus among us, he needs to shoot the fungus. And what I mean by that is, there's some mushroomy fungus growing on a tree. How the portals work. So, travel... Hi guys, Mr. Ruffles.
Fine. I'm gonna go to sleep soon anyway, so don't worry about me. Yeah, your bit is fucking staying there. I'm gonna take this on my bed, and I can use my phone. Oh, where's my gum? There it is. Whoops. Oh, well, gorgeous. Are you at home? Are you at home? Oh, you're at... in my bedroom. About to... Huh?
I said, what are you doing?
Playing PlayStation, but trying to beat the Easter egg run.
What the fuck's the Easter egg run?
It's where these guys try and beat the Easter egg run. So speed run. So they've got to try and beat the Easter egg in a certain amount of time. So one guy made it. One guy did the Easter egg in 22.29 seconds. Yeah. So I'm trying to try and beat the Easter egg run. I like your questions.
You haven't watched it for a big while, have you?
I haven't done it since Monday for 3 days.
What, so puppy?
Yeah.
So curly too then.
But that's because they broke up. And because of the... Apparently we decrust or something to get her rid of some shit. I don't know, it's like a monthly.
Yeah. I should bring my
Hair straightener.
hair straightener and straighten it.
I mean, you can do that if you want, Bobby.
See what it looks like.
I've actually had it straightened before.
I've never seen you straight it.
No, this was before we got together.
That's what I'm saying, I've never seen you straight it.
Yeah, I have.
Fair enough. Why'd you see it looks like that then?
You know where you look like where you are, hun?
What?
You look like at the back of Mum's. Because of the wood piece of wood right behind you.
It's not wood, it's metal.
No, it's not. It's wood. That bit there,
What's this there?
yeah, that's wood.
It's metal.
You are metal.
Whatever. I need to take a night nap.
Okay. Can I join? No, I don't want to join, but here.
Although, do you want to stay on the phone? You're going to have to.
Yeah, that's okay. You know, I'm on round 3, and I'm about to pack a punch. Turn on the power.
What?
I said I'm
on round 3, and I'm about to turn the power on. Round 5.
What you have to eat?
What did you... I told you before.
No, you didn't.
Yes, I did.
What?
What did I buy for you?
Oh, the nuggets, that's right. Sorry, I forgot.
No, it's okay. All good, puppy.
You need to have another shave by the looks of that.
Oh, you can do that.
Shave your chin.
Uh-huh.
I said shave your chin.
No,
Why not?
'cause I'm growing that. That's why I shave my whole face. My face by my chin.
Hey, when you rang me before,
Mm.
did you like full let it ring or what?
Yes.
Oh, because I didn't even hear my phone or feel my phone go off.
Yeah, well, I did ring.
I know you rang. But that's what I'm saying. I didn't even hear my phone go off. I didn't feel my phone go off till the message come through to say that I had what's called.
Mm. I don't know.
I said I didn't feel my phone go off.
Yeah, I heard you.
Oh,
I did answer.
I thought you said huh.
No, 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 no.
That's all.
I said, ah.
Oh,
Yeah, that word.
because I was getting in the car when you were when I got the I was had just got in my car when I got the message to say it rang.
Fair enough. I love you.
I love me too. I love you too.
Yeah, you're a smart ass.
Why?
'Cause I know what you're about to say.
I did say I love me too, and then I'm like, I love you too.
Yeah, 'cause we're actually dating, so why would you need to say love me too?
You make no sense.
What do you mean I make no sense?
Because you just said, why didn't you say you love me too?
What do you mean? You get it? You get it?
What? You're a strange one.
you love me.
Sometimes.
Hey, I have actually been good. I haven't argued or anything. Well, except before, but yeah.
Fair enough. For how long?
What do you mean for how long?
How long till we're gonna have an argument?
We're not going to have an argument anymore. I'm over the argument.
You'll find something to have an argument with me about.
No.
You will.
No, puppy. I don't want argue. Argue is fucking pissing me off.
Fair enough. It's fucking hot.
You are hot. You know, I've already turned the power on and I'm on round 7.
Fair enough.
Can me and you play this one?
Huh?
Can me and you play this one?
I'm gonna get in my room and set my console up.
What do you mean set your console up?
Oh, well, it's set up. We just need to turn it on and shit.
I knew what you meant. I was joking around with you, Bobby. Give me my shotgun. Where's this portal? Oh fuck! No! Oh fuck! I died. Hey, Bobby. I said, Bobby. koala bear. Apparently it says you're offline. Wait,
No, I'm on that. Game session now. I'm apparently watching the broadcast.
you're watching my broadcast.
Apparently.
Get out of the broadcast and then go into I'm just trying. Did you accept the quest thing that I sent you just then?
Yeah, and it said to watch a broadcast, not to play.
No, in the what? We all know that you like go.
Stop.
I only did it twice. I'm not doing it anymore.
It says when I go to join you,
Show me.
cannot join this game session now.
I'm not even in a game.
Oh, wrong way.
Alright.
I think it's because you're airing.
I played with you while I was airing.
Yeah, but we'd already.
Hold on, I'll do it again. I'll let you join and then yeah.